Because I can definitely see Shiro pulling off a similar move. We can't summon Sparty anymore, but I... Well, no, his graph wasn't too damaged. It was reacting to the ley line. So I think we can still summon him, theoretically. It might just be a long time before we can summon him until his graph cools down, perhaps. Yo, how much, like, say this gives him a fame boost. What if by the time his graph cools down again, it's cooled down enough that he has to use his Saber form, and Saber Spartacus is like a fucking 5-star. That would be awesome. Section 10, Death through 1000 Re. We're up against a rider, so we'll bring back Gramps. And we'll melt back in and get Chaldea lunchtime, because Melt is very close to Bond 10 here. Very close. Alright. Let's continue. Because damn, that was a moment of epicness. I will honestly say that is probably the most... That actually, honestly, I'm gonna say beats out Napoleon and Ophelia's moments from Lostbelt 2. That moment with Spartacus beats out the previous two most epic moments in the entire Lostbelt saga. I'm gonna certainly try, Phoenix. So what's our next move? The first thing we should be doing is tracking down the Shadow Border, but... we cannot leave these people to fend for themselves. Qin Shi Huang wants them dead. Right, and I'm pretty sure Qin Shi Huang's aware the whole Operation Wall Drop thing failed. It's no stretch to imagine Akuda and Jiang Yu being sent back to finish the job, only they've got to be guarding the border now, seeing as that's the enemy's top priority. Right, I don't see jumping chunks off the Great Wall as something that gets done often or in rapid succession. I'm sure Qin Shi Huang doesn't want to damage the land any more than strictly necessary. That said, if we stay in one place too long, I'm sure the Emperor will try it again, so we need to keep moving. And you want to take the villagers here with us. That would put them in the crossfire of our battle. Too dangerous. What would you have us do, Sol? What's your pen? Oh, it's Chin! Okay. Yeah, I don't speak Chinese, so I was worried I was butchering names here. I was legitimately worried I was butchering names, so... My plan. I agree with Senpai Shinki. You're great at coming up with plans. You think, well, if you need my help that badly, I guess I better step up, huh? Our biggest problem is how Qin Shi Huang can keep tabs on us from his Great Wall. How many of Da Vinci's bounded field devices do we have? She gave Senpai and me one each, and we also have a single backup unit. We should split up in 3 directions. The main group will go after the Shadow Border, and the other 2 will take the villagers somewhere safe. Is there anywhere safe, seeing how much the Emperor douchebag is looking straight down on us? Fortunately, that the Emperor can only look straight down may be our saving grace. All that is needed to avoid such a gaze is something overhead, like a cave or a forest with thick foliage. We won't know how well camouflage devices work unless we give them a shot. And of course, if Qin Shi Huang loses sight of us, then I can expect we'll come searching at ground level. So you can expect the nearby airs crawling with those mechanical soldiers. Then we'll have to kick the shit out of them every time, but how are we going to keep a low profile if we do that? This land ain't exactly the best for hiding, either. Which is exactly why we need a group of skilled each group needs a skilled fighter, since there will be no getting around the fact that we will all run into patrols at some point. Mordred, Neza, I'd like each of you to guard half the villagers. Mash, Sol, and I will go after the Shadow Border. What happens when the villagers are finally safe? Ultimate destination is Jiangyang, so we can hide out near there while we wait to rendezvous. How does that sound? Works for me. Your plan's got more holes than a sieve, but I'll make it easier to adapt on the fly. I, too, have no significant objections. It's good. We're born in this village. We've been here all of our lives. Now you want us to leave it behind? I'm sorry to drag you all into this, but if you stay here, your lives will be in danger again. That's not fair. What do we do to deserve this? You didn't do jack shit. Qin Wong just threw a tantrum because you got to know a bit. None of this is your fault. This is just what happens to normal people during war. You gotta think it like a tornado or an earthquake or something else wipes out outside of your control. This can't be happening. I don't know. The idea of getting to go somewhere that's not here is kinda, how do I put this? It's like a hot feeling in the bottom of your chest. It kinda makes me want to yell and shout and run around in circles. I know, it's so exciting. This must be what Spartacus meant when he talked about freedom. Hell yeah, it is. And in our world, it's something so precious people risk their lives to protect it. Oh, we hear. What's with this stupid talisman? How can they seal away my spirit ocean with mere sage arts? It's not fair. Well, aren't you a sorry sight, Koyan? Akuda, you came here to rescue me. Come on then, hurry up and get this stupid thing off me. I didn't think I'd have any trouble breaking free of these obsolete sage arts, but annoyingly, this talisman uses a spell made for sealing away gods. As I am now, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about it. And I should help you. Why, exactly? Oh, don't be like that. You and I are the only ones in this Lostbelt who can really count on each other. Well, that's odd. I could have sworn that the disciples of the foreign gods are supposed to be entirely neutral in all of this. Didn't the rules say you weren't allowed to help any other one character in particular? Don't be silly. Of course I'd make an exception for you, Akuda. After all, we go way back, don't we? Yes, I suppose I do, which is why I find it so surprising you never realized this about me. I have always utterly detested you. Maybe not you per se, but another foxwoman just like you. Ooh. You like the message of this Lostbelt. That freedom is something worth fighting for? I don't know what made you end up manifesting like that, but you sure took your sweet time getting there. Don't you know it's rude to go babbling about a lady's past? The point is, you and I are cut from the same misanthropic cloth, right? Don't you think it would only benefit us both if we played nice? If you're going to bring up mutual benefit, Koyan, I have even more reason to refuse. How could helping you possibly be worth getting on Qin Wong's bad side? Some utopias just aren't worth it. Oh, you really went there, huh? In this world, when it comes to business, you're either a client or a product. I was hoping to keep you as a client, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Goodbye, Koyan. Knock yourself out trying to find an escape from this. You'll never succeed. So Akuda is abandoning Koyan. She's really serious about him. It wasn't the look of a recluse afraid to put herself out there. I mean, yes, actually. Now that Spartacus has been the spark of freedom and rebellion, I do think that this Lostbelt has the most potential to be a good thing. If the Emperor was dealt with, at the very least. 2, 3, and 5 are different levels of utopia. Yeah, 2 was a utopia to some definition, I suppose. And I can't help but wonder what would happen if Spartacus was in the second Lostbelt as well. She must have found her nerve after running into him again so unexpectedly. Wish I could be happy for her. But all I can think about is how stupid this lovey-dovey stuff is. So ends another ancient, I guess. Okay, so she does love Xiangyu. Damn it. So I cannot waifu Akuda then. Oh well. Oh well, this just means I'll have to find another client, and that means there's one more thing I can sell here now. That's NFF services for you. We can never stop chasing our dreams. Yeah, those are definitely triad tracks. They came this way. Fo-fo! Oh yes, I guess I should have expected you to tag along too. Of course, Fo's with us. You just focus on taking care of yourself right now, Soul. How are you feeling? Oh, what's the director going through? We can't afford to go any faster. We need to conserve energy in case we have to fight. That's true, but these tracks are old, so I'd say the enemy is way ahead of us. Even if we can't catch up to them, we definitely can't afford to fall any farther behind. The fact that they also took Da Vinci Holmes and the rest of them with them must mean that... Yeah, that they're trying to figure out how the Zero Cell engine works. If they can't work it out themselves, they'll need to make ones who built it talk. At least we shouldn't have to worry about them being immediately executed, but that will only last so long. Oh, it's not the moon cell. Okay, that's interesting, actually. So then I have no idea what it is. Once they have outlived their usefulness, it's entirely possible that Qin Shi Huang want them as prisoners. There's no sense in getting too worked up about it. We can't afford to take our time either. I'm sorry, Sul, but you'll just have to hang in there for now. I'm good, I'm fine. Wait, I'm seeing hostile figures at 12 o'clock. It's more of Qin Shi Huang's mechanical soldiers. So I see, I did figure we would do to run into some, but I'd have just been soon, rather, to be wrong. What it was, and I never would have guessed it. Well, I look forward to finding out what it actually is. I definitely look forward to it. So that is one less piece of knowledge that I actually have about the 4th Lostbelt. That narrows it down to just who the king of the Lostbelt is. That's what I've narrowed down to. That is all my knowledge on the 4th Lostbelt, is the identity of the king. You knew the big moments of 1, 2, and 3, and you went through both at 5 in person. Yeah, Lostbelt 5, I know 2 servants. And that's kind of it. Hey, Outlaw, welcome to the stream. You just missed an amazingly amazing moment in this Lostbelt and my reaction. I don't know how far you are, but good lord. That moment, man. That moment. How far are you, Outlaw? I will ask that before I say anything further. Here. Have you completed it, this Lostbelt, or are you still working your way through? Going into Lostbelt 4 blind. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. You just fought the Bloodborne Reject. Which time did you just fight him? You fought him twice. Okay, so you have not yet hit that moment that I am talking about then. So I will say no more for fear of spoilers. The White Spear showed up. Okay, so you just met the female Lancer, who, now that I think about it, you know, I don't know, actually. I'm not sure what my feelings on her are just yet. I can see her as an enemy, but I haven't seen her as an ally too much. I want to actually read her servant profile. But yeah, if you don't want spoilers, then this is not the stream to be in. Battle's over. No more enemies in the area. There's even more of them than I thought there'd be. No way did they just happen to be here on patrol. I think I might know why. Take a look at these remains. Huh? That's odd. We didn't destroy these. Exactly. Someone else must have fought them before we got here. The ones we just fought may have been reinforcements who got here too late, or they may have come to investigate the battle's aftermath. And it's safe bet that neither Mordred nor Nerza came this way. So does this mean there's someone else here butting their heads with the Empire besides us? Rogue servant. That's very possible, especially since we just saw the spirit origin graph flare up. This can't be a coincidence. And if we can manage to find them, we might just gain a new ally. Or a new enemy if we're unlucky. Either way, we'd better investigate further. Let's look around and see what we can find. Liang Yu. Yes, Liang Yu. Well, but I certainly won't be expending my clientele anytime soon if I don't get out of this prison. I can't believe this talisman is the genuine article. I never thought humans would be able to keep the sage arts working for over 2,000 years, but I was clearly wrong. They even managed to advance them here. I really need to leave. This Lostbelt and I do not get along. I mean, what was a mere human thinking going all the way to Mount Penglai to claim secret sage arts? If you're going to go that far, you may as well have stayed there and become a sage yourself. Where does this clown get off coming back to the human world and staying on as an emperor? Just thinking about this stupid emperor and that stupid missing face pisses me off. I can't believe I let myself get trapped like this all because I couldn't get a read on the emperor's expressions. It's that mysterious figure again! Oh, it's you. I didn't think I would see you in this peaceful Lostbelt like this. But I guess you show up just about anywhere. What is it, foreign priestess? Foreign priestess. So, she's another one of the foreign god's servants, then. Or the priestess, so it could be she's the one that brought the foreign gods here? Oh, I have no idea what you're saying. I wish you would hurry up and learn our language already. I wonder if Kirstaria already understands you. Maybe he's even keeping a record of everything you've been saying and doing what that involves us. Well then, if that's any of my business. After all, my contract is with the foreign god. Not you, even if you do speak for it. But never mind that. Do you think you could peel this talisman off of me? This Lostbelt's king is a tough negotiator. The other Lostbelt kings might be monsters that no human can control. But Qin Shi Huang pulls that off while still somehow remaining human. Monsters that rely on brute strength are terrifying just by existing, but devious humans are terrifying because they actually do. So I promise you, if something isn't done soon, the cryptors are going to lose their hold on this Lostbelt. This archaic emperor might even end up cutting down the tree of emptiness before it becoming your seedbed, you know. Ooh. DP name we use is the Priestess of the Foreign God. So Foreign God, Priestess, Priestess of the Foreign God. I actually like Priestess of the Foreign God a little bit better. It rolls off the tongue, much like Chaldea Visionary Flame does. Archaic, you say? Do tell, Yan Yansky. Exactly which part of us is archaic, Damn it. Enjoying your conversation with the wall, are you? We see you must have finally lost, as they say. I am flattered you go out of your way just to peep on my little cell here, your Imperial Majesty. Now you can peep anywhere you want, yet you still can't see what's really important. What a joke. We have passed judgment on Chaldea. Now as the time has come to properly assess your conduct as a visitor to our empire. Has it now? Do you mean you finally realized Chaldea was your mortal enemy all along? Indeed we have, but that does not absolve you of your own separate crimes. Whatever do you mean? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Chaldea is both your enemy and mine, your Imperial Majesty. I'm certainly not the one who's been ruining your farms. But you are the one who brought those demonic beasts that began eating our people around the time Chaldea appeared, no? Crap, I'd forgotten about that. Well, that's strange. I guess they fell out of my pocket or something. Okay, Koyan? We need to do an elaborate search of your person to find these so-called pockets of yours. In fact, you know, Koyan, it might be just better if you just take off the outfit so that we can search it for pockets. You know. Again, she's an enemy. But this outfit, damn. But really, do you even have any proof that was my mistake? There's no difference between summoning demonic beasts and summoning heroic spirits, after all. How do you know Chaldea isn't just playing dumb? Bitch dug her own grave. Yes, strip search for threat assessment, indeed. Outside of Lostbelt 2, she has a different outfit sprite for each Lostbelt. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. I mean, I've been making thumbnails for each Lostbelt, and Tamovich actually has had a part to play in each of them, so yeah, she does have different ones, doesn't she? Summarily execute her. No, I think that what we need to do for Tamovich's punishment is practice some of the things that are often found in less than safe for work comics, you know. Not that I read them or anything, but I think that they have some pretty good ideas of punishments for Vich. Chaldea takes pleasure in disturbing my people's way of life. They would never kill them just for sport. But you, on the other hand, take pleasure in nothing so much as messily devouring humans. Thus, we hardly need a conduct a thorough investigation to determine your guilt. I see. So you still have record of my past self even in this Lostbelt. Alright then, what are you gonna do about it? Do you even have time to waste now that you know about Chaldea is the greatest threat to you and your nation? Will do. It is true we do not. While we are adept at parallel processing, our greatest concern is indeed Chaldea. We can only afford to dedicate our rare spare moments to dealing with you. So we are afraid your interim punishment will have to be somewhat artless, messy. That talisman seals your powers, preventing you from fighting back, yes? Then we can delegate your punishment to these automata. What? As such, these puppets will torture you until we can see to your punishment ourselves. Ooh. Huh? Hang on, you're joking, right? I mean, you're Qin Shi Huang, the great emperor of this domain. Surely you can't be so completely twisted. We do not do this for our own enjoyment. It is our duty to see justice served. Wait, please, don't do... We are sorry about this, but we simply lack the information to determine how spirits such as servants and alter egos behave in the worlds that are not their own. For all we know, destroying your body accidentally or otherwise may even set you free. The fact that it's drills! Neither can we afford to let you bury this place in sulfur. But so long as you manifest here, you are bound to that physical body. That much we are certain of. So we will keep you alive, but ensure you lack the strength to escape. If we order your body drilled full of holes, day and night, never piercing major blood vessels, you should survive, but be unable to replenish your magic energy and still have no choice but to behave. Good Lord Qin Shi Huang, you are a sadistic bastard! But please, forgive me. Just let me go. I promise I'll leave right away. I'll never come to this Lostbelt again, so please stop this. Out of the question, even if you did leave, you would only sow more evil in other histories, no? Besides, there's more to you than meets the eye. You weigh far more than all the other servants combined. Even I was shocked to see your soul, or rather, your spirit origins mass, weigh nearly 100,000 tons. Okay. So, I know better than to call a lady fat, but what the fuck is going on with Vitch? Oh, that's an evil look. We are destined to rule all the human world. That will never change, regardless of what time or fate itself may have in store. As you are a sworn enemy of mankind, we'll have all the more reason to deny you your freedom. So even you care about peace in the other Lostbelts? You really are hopeless, aren't you? Very well. Your torment in our land will continue until you turn to stone. We can put you in eternal slumber once we devise a proper sealing ritual for you. Until that day comes, you will just face justice for your crimes. Yeah, Bloodborne reject to Sudoku. Indeed. Keep that in mind for later. We suggest you spend this eternity of torture reflecting on the many people you have killed and the pain and suffering you have caused them. Much later. Until I turn to stone. What does this jerk think I am? Sun Wukong? No, please. That is not the drill that will pierce the heavens. Still haven't watched whatever anime that's from, but I do know of it. The Shangyang Hill. More riders, so more King Hassan time. But will everyone we meet here so we can hardly stand it? But then these aren't people, are they? They seem to be mechanical puppets. How awful. At this rate, I don't know when we'll ever get to form a contract with a master. Or I think it'd be a little bit too much horseplay if I asked whether they're a master before kicking them to death. Sorry, a little saliva blip. Not at all. In fact, that sounds like an excellent idea. That said, anyone capable of ordering us around should be able to take a good cake from you without even losing their smile. Shengong. I know he's sadistic, but that's all I really know. Fo-fo! Master, I see human figures up ahead. No, wait, it's one human figure and one equine figure? Except it looks like the horse has a weapon. It seems they've noticed it too. They're headed this way. Well, hello there. It's good to finally meet another servant. One who appears to be accompanied by a mage with command spells, no less. I must say, I'm rather jealous. I feel like there's a point... Actually, you're right. No, he isn't sadistic because he's not taking joy in it. That is the staple of sadism, is to take joy in things like that. Yeah, just pragmatic to an extreme. It would seem you have a master with whom you have formed an official contract. Does this mean you two don't have a master? No, we do not. If that master of yours happens to be looking for new servants, then we would seem this is a most fortuitous encounter indeed. So you'll form contracts with me? Awesome! Oh yes, we'd be happy to, as long as you all survive. What do you mean by that? Well, I mean we're going to kill you now, of course. Of course. Huh? So it's gonna be like that, huh? Ah, the classic. You have to beat me to subdue me to... It's just like Pokemon. You're okay with it, Shanky? Why? We still have obligations to our lord from when we were alive, you see. So make it a point to only swear loyalty to those who are truly strong. The Flying General has a reputation to uphold, after all. We retainers must stay true to ourselves, no matter how many times our souls may transmigrate. Flying General, there's only one person in the of Feng Qiang clan as eloquent as you. You're Shen Gong, aren't you? So you figured me out that quickly, did you? Well, I'm not just a tactician for the rear guard, so my true name is hardly worth hiding. But if you mean to serve as our general, if we are to trust you with our lives, then we must be certain you two are too strong for us to kill. And so we will try to do so now. Section 8, I'm on Section 10, Outlaw. You're getting close to a very defining moment. If you die in this battle, then our alliance was never meant to be. Answer me this, are you my master? Oh, he said the line. Red hair is clearly a horse of culture. On second thought, don't bother. Die. I'm blind? I've gone blind? No, how could I have gone blind? No! Red hair. Okay, so a centaur is a man with a horse's body. What is a centaur with a horse's head called, out of curiosity? Does anybody have the remotest, slightest of clues what a horse with a man's body, what a centaur with a horse head is called? I don't get it myself either, Outlaw. I don't get it myself either. You'll get a little bit of explanation come section 9/10. 13 stars. And this is the cue I was waiting for. Because there's no kill like overkill. I don't have... We're at 4 turns now. 4 turns, no mystic code because of the poison. Lovely. I guess that's something I never really read into myself. $250,000, 2/4 We did almost 3/4 points of damage on this sucker. I'm not a horse. Oh no. I don't like the sounds of that. Holy cow. Holy cow. The DACA is strong with this man. Crit stars, please. And please give me a BAQ chain next turn game with King Hassan, so that I can take this horse to the stables. That's not a BAQ chain. That's not a BAQ chain at all. Evasion waiver. Okay, I mean, he still has a good... He has 100% crit. If we start with a Buster and then waiver for the defense down, we have good chances of doing some decent damage. I am wondering how he is going to be when he is summonable. Because, I mean, he is only a 3-star. Ooh, only 165k. Wait, what did that just say? Gong's plan right there, self-destruct. Oh, boy. Oh, that's what he's doing. We're getting an early taste of Gong here, it seems. Thankfully, I've got guts. Among men, Lubu. Among horses, red hair. And now, we are one. Imitation, God rules. Oh, he of course has evasion, doesn't he? One turn, and a skill seal put on Gramps. I guess go for the stars. And it's not like we're gonna do any damage. Bye, Wava. And now we're good. Oh, melt. Melt. Just do it, Melt. Absolutely destroy this horse. I'm just checking to see if I've got anything else. Nope. Morningstar Rebellion. Yeah, you're getting there, Outlaw. You're getting there. Get ready, man. Get ready. Because that's right. Lucifer himself is going to descend upon this Lostbelt. Because he has the nickname of the Morningstar. And he is a rebel. And I'm not gonna lie, when I went to bed last night, and I was looking at the next section name, given that I left off on that section, I was thinking, Morningstar Rebellion? Lucifer? Alright. We actually have red hair now available to use. Kind of want to use him, but it's against Rider class. You know what? Because I'm probably not going to get him anytime soon, let's bring red hair in. I want to see how he plays. I mean, he's level 90, 10, 10, 10, NP5, so... Alright, that's enough. Well, red hair, I believe this boy is more than strong for us to serve. What do you think? That was fun! This Master's Majesty in sheer presence would outshine even Guan Yu himself. I'd be happy to let him ride on my back. Oh, and Lubu Feng Xian, pleased to meet you. What? Yes, it's best you ignore that bit. It really doesn't matter at all. Moving on. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to add servants this strong to our lineup. What do you think, Master? Why are you refusing to make eye contact? I'm not, I just figure these kinds of compromises are worth making, given that we're in this for the long haul. Thank you, my lord. As of today, I, Gong, recognize you, Lord, so as my master, and swear an oath of undying loyalty. Oh, looks like getting to know each other is going to have to wait. Lucifer's title is translated into English as Morningstar, but it means Venus. Oh. Or the planet of Ishtar. Interesting. Looks like someone noticed our battle. Makes sense, we aren't exactly keeping it quiet. What's good fortune? It seems you needn't wait for us to have a test run, so to speak. Yeah, in fact, this might be for the best kind of welcome party for a couple of war-loving nuts like you. Yes, let's do this. Stand back now, Lord Gong. Me? Why? You know I have a great strategy I've been dying to test. You mean the strategy where you point to the enemy and say to me, go blow yourself up with them? That would be great. People killed if I knew if they weren't robots, you know. Beat lever living shit out of him. You're behind because you got a spam call? That's fine. That's fine. Spam calls. Spam calls need to just go away. Alright, so let's see how Lu Bu plays here. Or Red Hair. So, we know he has an AoE, heavy defense ignoring damage, applies skill seal to all enemies, 2 quick, 2 arts, 1 buster. So he has, the only capabilities he has is a quick chain. Only 8,000 attack. He does not have a very good attack, even being level 90. Some people saw the live. So when the live audience saw that his NP inflicted death, people started laughing because they knew. Nice. So running 1,000 horse, increase quick card effectiveness 3 times and see start drop rate for yourself. Various horse martial arts applies various effects. Crit strength and attack 3 times for 5 turns. That's actually kind of interesting. So his skills, while they can last for 5 turns, they only apply for 3 uses. So it is for the best to use his NP then. Just 2 turn that red hair fight I did with Melt. Nice. Very, very nice. Melt is OP. Okay, let's see how his BAQ does against neutral damage. So this guy's got roughly 45,000 health. So with some crits thrown in, he did roughly 35,000. That's not a lot. And that was with Waver's buff, too, so... I don't know. Red Hair is not exactly seeming like the strongest of servants here. It might also be just because he doesn't have a golden sumo on him, like most of my front lines do. That might also be a contributing factor, I suppose. The lack of golden sumo probably isn't helping. $14,000 on a Buster crit. Oh, Merlin! Merlin is just barely hanging on there, man. Merlin, no dying. Merlin, no dying. But do it. Sparty is being a mad dog right now. Nice. Good melt is always good. Strong melt is strong. Okay, so he's not gonna have as much, but the attack buff, the quick buff, Merlin, Waver. Oh, is he only MP? He's MP5, but only can charge him up to 500 or to 100. That kind of sucks. The skill seal is the only thing that increases on overcharge, so there's no point in it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that damage sadly wasn't anything to really write home about. He is again only at 3-star with no craft essence on him. It would explain the lack that he has. So King Hassan, finish off these automata. Just a little QP. And that is section 10 complete. I think. Ahoy there, can you hear me okay, Soul? Did they... fall? Da Vinci. It's worth it, man. I would seriously keep going if you have apples. Oh, good. Looks like we've got a clear signal. I knew modifying our portable comms to use void space and give some truly insane range will be a good out. My genius at work. Yes, that's very impressive, but... we thought you'd all been captured. We are currently being confined some distance from you at Onkang. We would have called sooner, but we had little too much in the way of supervision. Anyway, it really sucks that they took the border with them. But at least me, Holmes, and Gordy, and the rest of the staff are all being held at the same place. I'm surprised they didn't take your comms when you were captured. Yeah, I thought that was pretty weird, too. I didn't think it was because they were trying to get us to talk so they can monitor the conversation, though. Indeed, had their intent been for us to converse, they would have likely put us in separate cells. Aside from that, the security here seems pretty solid. They were lax with the comms stuff, but they made sure to take away all of our weapons. Given how the guards have been treating us, I'd say they must not have noticed the comms. Or more likely, we just didn't suspect these devices could be used for communications at all. Really, I'm surprised they would overlook something that important. I imagine something never occurred to them that we might be carrying around communication devices. But these are prison guards, right? How could they be so careless that they keep their jobs? Remember, this Lostbelt science and engineering have developed completely differently from our own. That holds equally true for what it excels at as well, where it is lacking. I recognize that tone. You figured something out, haven't you, Holmes? I surely have. Thinking back to Qin Shi Huang, who gained immortality by exchanging a physical body for a mechanical one. Even if they have added to that body's functionality ever since, don't you find it odd that it has expanded to such absurd proportions? Oh, now that you mention it. Then there is an enormous gap between the technological Emperor employs and the primitive way the farmers live in their lives. They may enjoy the benefits of this Lostbelt's advanced medicine and biochemistry, but their machinery has not yet advanced beyond the medieval era. No doubt this is part and parcel to the Emperor's attempts to maintain perpetual ignorance throughout the Empire's citizenry. This is to say that while this Lostbelt may be highly technologically advanced, the sole beneficiary of those advancements is its ruler. By design, these technological advancements will never spread to the masses. How are you in that weird syncretism of the great fox spirit woman myth that Tomomo is part of? I'm not sure what you mean by weird syncretism. Honestly, syncretism is a word that is not in my vocabulary, so... Yeah, Edison will go nuclear if you ever heard that. Remember how we were also told most of the wheat grown here is used for fuel rather than food. This also means that all the astonishing technology here runs on old-fashioned combustion engines. Next, now that you mention it, I guess it would, wouldn't it? This may seem preposterously inefficient with regards to fuel from our standpoint, but if Qin Shi Huang and the capital of Xiangyang, to which the Emperor is attached, are the only ones using said fuel, I imagine that they are still able to meet their energy regardless of that inefficiency. Even the environment cost of harvesting such massive amounts of biofuel is unlikely to become a serious problem without anyone else making use of electricity. I see, I suppose you get away with it then, so long as you take from the entire planet, which the Emperor has done. Now let's try a little thought experiment, shall we? There are 6 myths across Asia that deal a great woman possessed by a fox spirit and made her do good or evil are all eerily similar. Are they? Do you have... like, what is this list of 6 myths called? Is there a list, or is it just 6 separate myths? In a situation where there is no incentive whatsoever to develop technology for mass production and widespread use, what would be the most neglected? Why no, miniaturization optimization, right? Precisely, technology only sees widespread use once it's sufficiently compact and affordable. But in this Lostbelt, neither of those concerns are a factor. Qin Shi Huang's ability to monitor everything within the Empire simultaneously is a remarkable feat. But I cannot imagine a way to maintain it at that scale without massively inefficient labor costs. However, Qin Shi Huang is the only one using such a system, and he can spot cost effectiveness would be a moot. The idea for integrated circuits would never occur to the Emperor, nor would there be any concern about the cost of the entire nation's resource exists for Qin Shi Huang's personal use. Sounds like a fairy rolling from on top of their pyramid. I doubt it would even occur to this world's inhabitants to carry around machines for personal use. There certainly isn't any need for them to carry individual communicators as they converse with their Emperor whenever they may be. For that matter, in this world, the very concept of long-range communication is the Emperor's sole domain. There is no real need for private communications between individuals over a distance here, nor would it ever be permitted. So that's why the idea that we may have some way to communicate with each other just like that never would occur. Interesting. So even Shin himself is a little ignorant. And that said, I also thought Shin Shi Huang would be so blinded by their pride by superior pan-human technology that our technology wouldn't really get any notice. For the most part, I believe you are right, Da Vinci. Certainly the Emperor took interest in the Shadow Border Zero's sail technology, but it seemed nothing else was worth attention. We'll just have to exploit every such arrogant blind spot to win. At any rate, I'm glad we know where you all are now. We should be able to reach Ankang in about a day or two from our current location. Daiji, Lady Kaio, Amaterasu, Dakini, Ten, Vairanoka, Buddha. I'm going to copy that and paste that somewhere so that I can look them all up. Yes, I would encourage you to move with all possible haste, you see. Yeah, why is he so quiet? Oh, Gordy's asleep. Well, actually, he's grown so weak he's passed out. Oh. Well, but why? He should still have plenty of time left. As a poison, he didn't seem that weak last time I saw him. Well, the worst thing about Koyan's poison is that it has different effects on different people. I think it has something to do with the victim's karma. The more, well, bad stuff they've done, the more they're punished. And in Soul's case, the effects haven't been any worse than a bad cold. But Gordy's already had his digestive system fail. I mean, it's kind of known that the Tamamo are Amaterasu. Like, that's a CCC spoiler in the Tamamo route, where Amaterasu herself yoinks Hakuno and Tamamo to her, because Tamamo is the incarnation of Amaterasu. So that's not really a spoil, honestly. That's something that I've known for a very long time. And that the reason the Tamamo 9 exist is because Tamamo created the Nine Tails, gained her Nine Tails form, but tore them all off, creating their individual forms. Yeah, something like that at least. That and Amaterasu is just Tamamo, but giant. She is truly great chest ahead. Gordy's already had his digestive system fail. You know, I thought it was weird too. I haven't seen Tubby stuffing his face once since we got here. So he wasn't able to keep anything down at all. He was only getting it by thanks to an IV trip I was giving him discreetly while we were on the border. Sorry I didn't say before, but he insisted I keep it a secret. It was his way of not making you worry. Poor Director Gordolf. He had no idea I was struggling that badly. Q, Paco, Q. Yeah, I can't imagine. The second one is just kind of mean. The first one is less so. So once we got tossed in here, I couldn't treat him anymore. His condition got really bad real quick. And it doesn't look like the guards have much intention in helping either. Shinshi Huang's only interest in Da Vinci's mind. Gordolf's health is not necessarily a concern. Indeed, I hardly think the Emperor cares if another prisoner survive at all. This is terrible, Senpai. Hurry there and rescue them right away. Please do. That said, I do have one spot of good news. It turns out our surprise guy is staying here with us. Damn it, Holmes. Knock it off. This isn't time for your usual coin nonsense. Oh yes, quite right. Let me come right to the point then. It seems Koyan is being held here at the same facility. Really? If we can all rendezvous here, we will have a very real opportunity to turn things around and capture Koyan ourselves. Consider the Amaterasu bit a spoiler still. I mean, to be fair, CCC is the only game it's explicitly stated in. And outside of, I think, ZVN, doing a translated route through with Gilgamesh, as well as some translated cutscenes, there's not really too much known about CCC.